Really see the things that I seen. So why the fuck you think you can hang with the king? Look, huh? I'm talking like a chef, I know my shit cook. Cook it up. I'm known for triple doubles like I'm Westbrook. My nigga Zeustar and my nigga Big Huss about to shut this shit down, bringing back a true sound. Real shit.
It's detrimental soon as I get physical. Being posted on the rooftop. It ain't hot being sparks.
Yeah.
Shout out to Zeustar, we here, bro.
Yeah. Shout out Zeustar, man. Shout out Calm, man.
You know the vibe.
Yeah.
Some big
Yeah.
house on the John. You know the vibe, man. Respect. Let's
Walk
get
me to
it, bro.
pod, walk me to pod, walk me to pod. Y'all already know what the fuck going on, man. Walk me to
Too
pod,
low.
episode 58, aka after game 3 of the NBA Finals. Y'all already know, y'all host, man. JD. We got Calm, Piccolo Calm in the building. Jordan. Jordan. Yo, that was crazy on timing, bro. Yo. Y'all already know Ty the God, Hefe, the final boss, man. HB motherfucking Ty. Y'all already know, man. Hit him up, Ty. Woke me.
What it is.
Woke me. Yo, hold on. We just gonna get straight into
Bro.
it. Game 3 just happened.
Been
Game 3
mixing.
just happened last night, and the vibes in New York City was all the way down. I heard niggas complain about fouls. I heard niggas complain about the referees. I'm hearing niggas complain about Wemby's physicality. I'm here to talk about it, though. I'm here to talk all the way down to Game 3. But before that, I want to get into a conversation real quick. Y'all heard what Becky Hammond said, right? Y'all heard what Becky Hammond said about Jalen Brunson?
Yeah, I heard it.
Well, Becky, well, she
She
wasn't
said something similar to what you were saying.
Don't leave. Keep them away from me. Keep them. I don't want to look.
Easy. Hold.
But Becky Hammond said that you cannot win a championship with a small guard as your 1A. You can't have a guy that's 6'1", 6 feet being the 1A on your team. And them going all the way to the championship, like winning the championship. That's what Becky Hammond said. New York's been on her ass. New York's been waiting on them to win it all, just to get at her. And I want to ask y'all this. Let's say they do win. Let's say the Knicks do win the championship. And Kat wins Finals MVP. Is she right? Is she right?
Well, yo, Ty, start it off. I gotta go turn off this fan because that shit blowing mine in the back.
I'm not gonna go that far because here's the thing though, right? And let's be fair when we're doing this. Up until this point, even though he did not have a good game 3, everybody can agree that. But up until this point, Cat was performing and has done a lot better on Victor than a lot of people thought he would. But I won't go that far. I won't go that far. That's disrespectful. Jalen Brunson has been the engine and has made this team run. But we have seen in the past sometimes the guy that should get Finals MVP doesn't always get it, right? So,
and I'm not disagreeing with you, but let me put this out there. The 2 games you just said, Cat had a good game, right? The two games he had that was game 1, game 2. He had a good game. They won those. Then it kind of reverted back to him only taking 10 shots, and then they lost.
Good old Knicks.
So that's why I'm only asking the question: is he the lead guy? Like, is he the guy that's supposed to be leading them to a championship? Can the championship be won with your guard being 6'1", 6'2"? Your lead player. Now, I'm not gonna say guard. Your 1A being 6'1", 6'2". That's why I'm asking, because up to this point.
Well, again, the reality of it is this, though. In that game 3, let's talk about all the factors. Right? Let's not leave anything to chance. Let's leave anything out there. And people don't want to talk about it, but I'm controversial. I don't care. I'm going to talk about it. It was bad juju from the moment Donald Trump stepped in that fucking arena.
Stop it, man. Stop it.
It was bad. It was bad juju.
Stop it.
Ain't no
Stop it.
stop.
Stop it.
Abe,
Stop it,
I
man.
was 2 blocks
It's a
away from
basketball game.
It was
I was 2
nasty work.
blocks away from the Garden, and you saw how that energy shifted when that man came on the
And it's a
television.
basketball game. These guys is getting paid to play in the NBA Finals. It's a
So,
basketball game. If your game is affected by Donald Trump being in the building, then you ain't got no business being in the NBA Finals.
no.
Because
I had that.
Hold on, no. Hold on, no. Let me put this out there. And I don't know if this went through their head when this happened. I know I would have thought about this. How many assassination attempts has been put on this man in the last year? And you're gonna go to the fucking Garden when you haven't been there all this time? I'm fearing for my life. I'm thinking I might have got bombed.
That ain't leading to that.
Bro, facts.
That ain't leading to that because the same things the Knicks was worried about, the San Antonio Spurs had to worry about the same thing too. They was playing in the same court.
He didn't go out there, but he didn't go out there though, Jay. That's my point. He didn't go to San Antonio. He came to New York.
But San Antonio was still playing in the game.
Right.
Okay.
So why wasn't they affected by Trump being there?
They was. You didn't see how Wemby tweaked out and he choked Jalen Brunson mid-court and they didn't call it?
They won.
Really? That game got away from the Knicks. The Spurs escaped the Knicks. They made some dumbass passes
You
and
gonna go
some
that far?
poorly timed turnovers in that game. Because my boy OG and Kobe was going crazy. Yeah, I said it. OG and Kobe was going crazy.
I hear you. I ain't gonna lie, you gonna go that far, bro, to say that they escaped the Knicks? Or I think more or less the Knicks shot themselves in the foot.
Answer that question first, Abe.
Oh, about winning the chip? I mean, you know my stance, bro. They can know my stance, bro. Listen, you can do it. You just gotta believe in, bro. And first things I'll say is just because you pull back as a playmaker doesn't mean you still not the one that's impacting everything. You know what I'm saying? So I'll still believe that Brunson is. You can still win a chip with a guard who's 6'1", 6'2". Brunson is the Finals MVP hands down. Whether he pulls back or goes for another 90 points doesn't matter to me. It's the impact that he allows. You know what I'm saying? And gives a player like Josh Hart, gives a player like OG and Kobe. But he was wilding last night. I give him the Kobe yesterday. He was wilding. But in that fourth quarter, like you were saying, they resembled back to being the good old Knicks that we know to play in the regular season. If they go back to that, that is the recipe for disaster, bro. You know what I mean? You getting Cat wasn't involved.
What were they doing?
All right, so in that fourth quarter.
No, I'm saying in the regular season. What were they? What was their thing?
Oh, the regular season, Jalen Brunson go for 40, we'll go for 30, and everybody else just get in where you fit in, bro. Like, that's it. You can't do that right now because that's not how they won games 1 and 2. Games 1 and 2 were won. All right. So
and who being the leader?
With Brunson being the leader, but Cat has to also step up and be that defensive anchor. You know what I mean? So it goes both ways. He could be that, and I say that because he actually was doing that games 1 and 2. He was being that defensive anchor, disrupting passes, making it a little bit tougher for Wemby. Game 3, not as much. But when it goes, in terms of being that leader, it's always going to be Brunson because Cat is not, he's not that type on the court that's going to tell everybody what to do. He's going to show emotion, but it's more so to get his team involved and get everybody hyped. It's not going to be directed towards a set player or towards the team per se. Like when he dunked on Wemby, he was screaming right in Wemby's face. He didn't go to his teammates, yelling hype. He went right to Wemby, getting hype. So I still believe Brunson is the leader of this team. And just because you pull back doesn't always mean that you're not the one that's pulling most of the strings. You feel me? So respect to the Knicks right now, but I can't go back to the old ways, bro.
Like this. Cat got to be one. Cat got to be one. He got to be the one touching the ball. He got to be the one playmaking. He has to be the one making it uncomfortable for Wembanyama. He has to be the one at least getting over 15 shots a game. He has to be an important factor in that game. He cannot leave that game scoring at least attempting 10 field goals. He cannot do that. He cannot do that, and a lot of that goes into the point guard. A lot of that goes to who's playmaking there. You could blame Josh Hart. You could blame Brunson.
Yeah.
But the first 2 games, Cat was heavily involved, and you saw how that went. And I'm gonna get onto those games in a little bit when we get into those series. But the question is, do I think they could win with Brunson being the 1A? Of course they can. But they need their second best player to be able to do that, to be able to do his job. And his job, what he's doing, what Cat brings to the table, is winning them games. It's winning them games. Whether it's him playmaking, whether it's him making Wemby's job uncomfortable, whether it's him scoring. His job is creating wins in this series right here. So this game he has to be heavily involved. But yes, to answer the question, yes, Jalen Brunson could be the 1A for the things you said, eh? He creates too much attention. Your game plan is to strictly stop Jalen Brunson. So with that game plan, you Cat is heavily relied on, and he's answered the call. But I think that's the move right there. Mike Brown just got out coached yesterday. They fixed up. They let Wemby guard Josh Hart, and they let him in the paint as long as he wanted to. But like I said, we're gonna get into that later. But yes, you could win with a 1A. But let's get on to the itty gritty. Games 1 through 3. What's going on? What's your assessment? What's your do you think Wemby should have got a flagrant? What's your assessment? I want to hear y'all the games 1 through 3 thoughts. Let's start with you, D.
I was gonna give the alley-oop to my good brother Khan.
Get it, bro. So listen, man. All right. So let's talk about the realness and what's going on. All 3 games have been close. So for all my Knicks fans out there, no disrespect, but let's start to really pull back the layers now that y'all finally lost a game in 2 months. You know what I mean? Like, chill. The series ain't over. It's just getting started. I say that to say, bro, the Knicks last night like I said, they revert back to how they played in the regular season. You could get away with winning like that against bum-ass teams who aren't disciplined. But you are playing one of the most disciplined teams. Young, but they're one of the most disciplined teams that this NBA has seen in these playoffs, bro. Gotta give them their respect. All 3 games, they were up by at least 10 points, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to also say the Knicks, y'all been playing behind all 3 games at some point in the game. That's not a good sign and a good recipe to continue to feel like, all right, we got a good shot. You're giving Wemby all the confidence he needed in game 3, starting off first 2 touches in the game, right at the paint. Start off like that as a big man, like people were saying in, I forgot what pod I was watching, why Knicks don't start Cat off in something similar, just to see if you could get him some rhythm. But he's guarding Wemby, bro. You asking a lot. This nigga got to guard Wemby from the 3-point line all the way to the post. And then you want him to like bang and do all that other stuff. There's a lot for him right now. They're going to figure it out. But like I said, he's breaking down. These 3 games have been extremely close. And I'm not going to lie, bro. It's not going any way. It's looking like the Spurs are going to turn the corner if the Knicks, like you said, Jay, don't turn and allow Cat to be that 1A. It's cool, my nigga. We know who the leader is. We know who got us here. It's fine. But right now, Cat, you gotta be 1A, bro. Gotta be 1A for y'all to continue to compete at a high level with these.
He gotta be 1A. He just gotta be heavily involved. Like you said, Jalen Brunson could still be 1A and be a playmaker at times and be like one of those guys. Cat don't have to be 1A because that 1A will always be Jalen Brunson did. But you're right. He has to be heavily involved. And that's what I meant by it. Now you game 1 through 3 because I'm about to unleash.
So here's the reality of it, right? I watched all 3 games. I still feel like the Knicks are going to pull through and win this series. As far as Karl-Anthony Towns in the role that he needs to play, he needs to continue to lean on his strengths. He needs to give us more of what we saw in game 1 and game 2. For my liking, from what I saw, Brunson tried to play a little bit too much hero ball last night, which contributed to some of their reasons why they lost. He is listen. he performed, right? But don't get it twisted. He is a reason why they lost that game. Let's not shy away from that, right? But I think if he can get out of that mindset, if he can give up the rock a little bit more, and maybe he should, instead of going for the 30, if he doesn't need to, maybe he should focus on getting 20 and 10 or 25 and 10. And I think that would help them out a lot more. And get his guys easy looks and get them going and get a rhythm. Because I don't expect OG and Kobe to do that again. It'd be nice if he does. But I don't think OG and Kobe do that again.
I feel like that's what the game is calling for. Like, I'm not saying that Jalen Brunson can't go for his 30 and stuff like that, but the game is screaming where he can go for 10 assists as well. It's screaming where there's situations in the game where he could average 10 in this game, in this series, 10 assists easily in this series. But that's not to put blame on Jalen Brunson, because let me tell you this much: the Spurs, they're 2-1. It's 2-1. The Knicks is up 2-1 against the San Antonio Spurs. That could have easily been 3-0, with San Antonio being up 3-0. It could have also been easily 3-0 being New York. But that first game, that came down to the wire. And as bad as everybody's trying to make it seem like Jalen Brunson was, he can be better. He can be better. Scoring 81 points on 82 shots is crazy. The same amount of turnovers you have as assists is crazy. But that game one, his clutch making won them that. He was special in that moment because he was doing his job. His job is to be the clutch guy in the court. The clutchest play on the court. And game one was won because Jalen Brunson was clutch. Regardless of what everybody was saying, Jalen Brunson, that's the reason he's the 1A. Because when it comes to those times there, as good as everybody else was in that game, the ball is in his hands. You take us home, and he's done it. Game one, he's done it. He did it. He took him home. Game two now. Mind you, that game one, if it wasn't for his clutch making right there, that could have easily gone to the San Antonio Spurs. Now, game two. Bro, the San Antonio had it at the palm of their hands. The missed shot, everything. Wemby grabbed the rebound. They had to just dribble it out, probably get fouled, hit the free throws. Turnover. He threw it off of Stephon Castle's back. Turnover. Jalen Brunson, 2 free throws, game one. That could have easily gone to the San Antonio Spurs right there, eh? Regardless if you don't think San Antonio should have won that first game because they was up and New York came back, so New York really took that. Regardless of that one, you can argue that San Antonio should be up 2-1 against the New York Knicks. But once again, Jalen Brunson, 2 free throws, saved the game. Clutch guy. He's clutch. That's his job.
I agree with you 100%. But I gotta give my flowers to everybody he's doing too many turnovers, even for me. Stephon Castle has answered the call in all 3 games. Yes, he hasn't played the best in the first 2 games, but game 3 was his best game so far. And I respect the way he stepped up. And not only did he come with Wemby to the party, you feel me? He was willing to step up and be that leader in general on the floor, as opposed to turnover. You got to sub him out. You know what I'm saying? When he started moving crazy, all right, cool. Let me just recenter myself, get back to what I do. Let me drive, get to the paint, get some touches, things like that. You got to give credit.
In the last 5 minutes.
Right. I'm saying give credit. Credit is definitely earned and due. So,
I'm going to Stephon his credit for game 3.
Yeah, man. Just game 3 though. Just game 3. You know what I mean?
And he deserves a lot of credit for his defense. But game 1, he could have been better. He could have been guarding Jalen Brunson throughout the game. But Stephon Castle, like I said, he showed up game 3. He showed up game 3. Shout out, give him his flowers too. As a young player, that was big. Dylan Harper, that was huge.
Bro, like I was saying when we first started, before this series started, y'all, I was saying something the Spurs, the Knicks ain't never been up against is 2 guards that can actually compete and play defense. Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper are on you, bro. Devin Vassell.
Even with that, the Knicks have had chances to win. They just got to stick to their formula. But like you said, we got to give credit to San Antonio as well for coming out in that game 3 in that hostile environment, and and did their thing. But game 3 could have easily gone to the Knicks as well. But the Spurs came out. But Spurs could have easily been on 2-1. And OG Anunoby played great. He deserves his credit as well. But the main two guys, Jalen Brunson taking 30 shots to score 30, and then Karl Anthony Towns getting 10 shots throughout that game. He hasn't scored in the fourth quarter of this series. He hasn't scored a bucket in this fourth quarter, in any fourth quarters through 1 through 3 games. And like I said, San Antonio could have easily won all 3 of those games. So that should tell you something. Karl Anthony Towns not touching the ball in the fourth quarter has to change. He has to be heavily involved if New York wants to come out with this championship. Scoring 0 points in the fourth quarter, having 10 field goal attempts in game 3 is not the formula to win. Wemby's coming. He said he didn't feel precious when he was down 0-2. He said the only people beating us is us. He hasn't felt nothing, and then y'all let him go into game 3 in the Garden and let him mush damn near Jalen Brunson's forehead into the motherfucking logo. Almost made him bite the motherfucking sidewalk.
Oh,
And then y'all got the audacity to jump Spurs fans outside of the arena.
bro, niggas was wild, bro, wilding, bro.
What's wrong with that? Control your man.
What's wrong with what?
Control your man.
I'm
What's
taking
wrong with
out
that?
on the fans, bro.
Hold on.
Control
What
your
you
man.
mean? Oh,
Hey,
Control
hold on,
who?
wait. Before you say that, Jay, hey, don't take it out on the fans.
Yeah, yo, I was out there, bro. Got beat up.
You remember what happened at Sosa Confuego? You remember what happened at Sosa Confuego?
Bro, Nas, yo, peep this. So, you feel me? Game 2, Knicks come out with the win. I'm like, damn, because I wanted to see Webby get the dub. The Eric Fox was playing like shit, but whatever. Then that bonehead shit happened. So I'm like, damn, I slammed my Brunson shit on the floor. Like, damn, some nigga, I turn around, some nigga got some wet floor sign ready to hit me. I said, yo, bro, if you don't put that shit down right now, you about to go down. Like, so I get it. But Knicks fans, y'all gotta chill, bro. It's chill, my nigga. The fans ain't got nothing to do with the mushing.
why they ain't do nothing about it?
You wanna know why? Because I'm gonna tell you why. This is the finals, and fuck all that fancy shit, bro. You feel me? I'm tired of niggas thinking they deserve calls, bro. Fuck that. Play ball. Let's go. Get back. Get Mitch Robinson in the game. Throw an elbow back. Come on. I thought this is the real nigga Knicks. What's
Mitch
up?
Pinky? You
Right.
going for Mitch
Coming
Pinky?
coming in with your quick elbow, bang. Come on, Webby. But that's all I'm saying. Niggas is crying to the refs. What happened to the good old Knicks? Where niggas didn't give a fuck about the refs, and we was just doing what we supposed to do. And if somebody where Oakley at? Where the OG Knicks at, bro? Because I'm tired of this, bro. Tired of niggas always complaining about foul ticky-tack. Shut up, bro. Play ball. Shit.
That the Knicks had the audacity to complain about foul calls, man. And like I said, the refs been bad. There's certain calls I see the Knicks should have had. The mush on Jalen Brunson deserved at least the flagrant one. But that's the face of the league. And then this is the thing I don't get. People's trying to act like we new to this. It's not new. This is the face of the league here. We seen Draymond and the LeBron James thing. We seen Draymond get kicked out. He don't get those calls. If that was LeBron and he was up to his last technical foul, he had to get no. He wasn't gonna get that. He gonna get that. We talking about the face of the league here. Y'all expecting Adam Silver to be like, yo, Wemby, you gone. When they generating as much money as the NBA Finals has made since 2014. Let's not act new to this. Look, the proof is in the pudding. Get Cat involved, you win games. Get Cat involved, you win games, regardless of who else is having a good game. He cannot go into another game not scoring a single point in the fourth quarter. He cannot go another game having 10 field goal attempts. That is not the recipe to win. Jalen Brunson, regardless of how bad everybody's saying you've been playing, we know what your job is, and you've been doing it. Clutch, Gene. Get him the ball at the end of games, he's going to take you home. That's his job. But in the meantime, while that game going on, I need Cat heavily involved. Because Cat heavily involved wins the New York Knicks games. And that's a fact, man. Mike Brown, Put your belt on, man. Because you got outcoached game 3. But look, you up 2-1. Just get in the drawing board. Win that next game at the Garden.
That's such a backhanded fucking. You can't give my boy his fucking. Where's the Mike Brown love?
No, Mike Brown been coaching. I ain't gonna hold you. Mike Brown been coaching. He been coaching. But game 3, he got outcoached because once they put Wemby on Josh Hart, it left them in the paint. Y'all was supposed to do something about that.
But hold on though. They got some wicked calls against him in that game. That's what. And not for nothing, then my man Mike had 3 challenges that he had to go up and get his guys. Come on now.
Nah, like I said, there was a couple calls I seen New York should have had, but there's also a couple calls I seen San Antonio should have had, and they not complaining about foul calls, and they the young team.
Nigga, of course San Antonio ain't complaining about foul calls. You ain't see that nigga try to run through fucking Jalen Brunson like he was Kobe and then fucking Paul Gasol and the USA shit?
The ball was up. Why you not going to get that rebound?
Nigga.
What are you doing? What was he trying to do there?
Nigga, he ran Brunson over, though.
What was Brunson trying to do there?
That was Josh Hart.
Trying to bait.
Like, nigga, what are you trying to do? The ball.
All right, okay, cool. I baited, but my nigga, you OD'd.
See what I'm saying? You want to reward baiting, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is shit that's
how you send messages. Jalen Brunson ain't got. You see, they ain't supposed to be the guy playing his body.
So what about when niggas try to screw us with Wemby in that 4-point play and niggas had to rewind the tape?
Now, that was some bullshit. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
They rewinded it though, and they got the call.
I don't give a fuck. What if niggas didn't? That would have been 4. And it was an offensive. Yo, hey, fuck that. That was an offensive foul anyway.
It was an offensive foul. I think it was Keldon that pushed Mitch Robinson into Victor Wembanyama. He wild for that.
Nigga,
that could have ended a whole nother way.
Yeah.
That could have ended a whole nother way. That nigga wears size 22 or something, 23. You seen those things? Yo, you wildin'. You don't play games bro. Like that in the finals, bro. With your 1A. With your 1A.
Nancy,
Keldon Johnson, you ain't about that life to be carrying teams, to be trying to take out your 1A. I'm wilding because that might have not been Keldon Johnson. That might have been somebody else. But I shouldn't be doing that. It might have not.
Nah, I hear you.
Nah, but that ass though. Look, New York to me are still in the driver's seat. I see them winning game 4. I see them going up 3-1. The only difference is I might see San Antonio winning 1 more. I had the Knicks winning in 5. Now I got them winning in 6. Winning at 6. It might be in the Garden. They might win it all in the Garden.
Garden is crazy.
They might win it all in the Garden. That'd be real. Hold on. They might win it all in the Garden. If it goes on to game 6, they might win it all in the Garden. And that's going to be a shit show. That's going to be some shit. New York winning it at home? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I can't even put it into words how that you saw them after a loss.
Wait a minute. I can't move on without acknowledging this. Where in the fuck was MIA Bridges?
5 Pick Bridges? Nah.
Where was MIA Bridges?
To me, when it comes to him doing what he did in that game, let me pull it up real quick before I change it.
What he did in which game?
The last game right here, game 3. Let me see something.
Ooh, Orch.
Let me see something real quick. Give me a second.
Nah, I could tell you about MIA Bridges real quick. Listen, bro, all right, Mikal Bridges is what you call the extreme rhythm player. If he don't got no rhythm, he don't deserve to be on the floor. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not trying to disrespect nobody. I'm not trying to tell you no bullshit. I'm just telling you how it is. If you don't have your rhythm, he's not going to be that effective on the floor, straight up. And that's just how his game is.
My thing is, what rhythm you getting? You played 29 minutes. You got 5 shots.
See?
I mean, he might as well. This is the pro am. This is the pro am. That's not a formula to win games, bro. Jalen Brunson 11 for 25. Anunoby he was 9 for 13. He was killing. 28 points. Karl Anthony Towns 4 out of 10 shots. He could have easily finished that game over 50% if he had a little bit more shots. He finished a little less than 50%, but that's off 10 field goals. Josh Hart got more shot attempts than Mikal Bridges, and it was leaving him open. Right. Like, this is not the formula to win. Landry Shamet got more shots than Mikal Bridges. And we about to blame him? Mikal? Come on, man.
Come on, man. This is what I'm saying about like, all right, about the Knicks offense. It's weird, bro. Like, they shit weird every night.
It got weird in game 3. Before that, they was killing. That offense they had was damn near unstoppable. That what they was running, that Karl Anthony Towns playmaking and being heavily involved won them 13 straight in the playoffs.
You're right.
That won them game. That game 3 plays
game
down.
2-2. I peeped Brunson. All right, so when they was trying to double Brunson would bring it. Mikal would go like flash high post type, dump it to Mikal, and I bet that's for me. That's a sweet spot. That's where you want to get buckets from, anyways. Nothing. All right, cool corner, whatever. So like, I hear you, bro. They ain't do none of that game 3.
And I want to say this real quick too. I want to say 2 things. Shout out Dylan Harper too, coming off that bench and doing what he do. As a rookie, he looked poised as hell. Dylan Harper gonna be one of my favorite players to watch. I'm telling you, Dylan Harper is gonna be one of my favorite players to. I'm a watch his career. Second thing I want to say. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. D. Wemby been talking that shit since 2 weeks before the playoffs. 2 weeks before the playoffs, he was talking that shit. He talking about he wanted that MVP. Now he gonna go on there in the playoffs and he gonna do what he do. And he did it. He went through the playoffs, did what he did. He said he was gonna get into OKC and beat him. He said he the best player in the world. He went into OKC and did that. He went to New York. He down 0-2. And he said he ain't worried. They beating themselves. No way y'all let them go into the Garden and let Wemby talk himself into winning that game 3. Because that's exactly what he did. He said, I'm winning it. I'm winning that. The only thing that's left to say at this point right here for Wemby is, from here on out, it's over. It's over. It's over. They ain't stopping me no more. And Wemby been talking that talk. And for a face of the league to be talking that talk like that, because Braun, he was the face of the league, but Braun was more nice. Like, he was more friendly, and he'll tell you, because he didn't want crazy pressure on him. He'll tell you, if we could win, but he would never guarantee nothing, unless it was at Game 6 in Boston. But when we talking that shit, and this is the face of the league here, this is a guy that's gonna be calling people out. Don't let him win this championship. Don't let him win this, cause the league now, whenever he talk, we better believe him. We better believe the league. Let him talk like that, and he better not walk out with a championship. Eh? he better not be talking like that and walk out with a championship.
Bro, this is. I want to add to what you're saying. I agree 100% what you're saying. My only thing with the Knicks fans and the fans that are seeing them win they up 2-0. It's cool. I love it. They handling business. But you gotta pay attention. I don't want to hear, they too young, bro. Like, stop. Because of this simple fact. These niggas came into MSG, won, and in the press conference, this nigga Wemby sat there and said, I had to remind myself that I asked for this shit. That's some scary shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. What, young niggas saying that? 22 years old saying that, bro? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I gotta admit. I asked for this.
It's crazy, bro. That's what I'm saying. This nigga Wemby, 22 years old, talking crazy like that. I like it. Man. Like I said, the league better not let him walk away with a championship this year. Because the way he was talking, the league.
And I saw this coming in the beginning. And I was like, that young man is different. Motherfuckers ain't want to believe me, but now you see. That motherfucker different.
It's still fuck Wemby, bro. Fuck out of here, bro. You live in the
Yeah, okay.
towns, bro.
Yeah,
Fuck
okay.
Wemby.
Yeah, okay. If you only heard the shit this motherfucker was whispering me when Wemby was making a shot, get the fuck
OD. Yeah, I couldn't scream. I'd have got beat down in the spot. Beat down. I can't take on all these niggas, bro. Come on.
Yo, let me ask y'all this real quick. Brunson win that. He more important than Derek Jeter? If Brunson wins the championship, is he more important than Derek Jeter in New York City?
Hands down, yes.
That's a little wild.
You know.
You don't think so?
I'm gonna leave that for the comments. Right there.
That's a little wild.
If Jalen Brunson wins the NBA championship for the New York Knicks, is he a more important figure in New York City than Derek Jeter?
We gotta stop doing this. This is shit we gotta stop doing.
Now
You
we
might
got
as well. Don't fuck that. Pull that mic back up, nigga. Don't drop the mic, nigga. You might as well have said Babe Ruth, motherfucker.
Nah. You see?
Yeah,
Babe
why
Ruth
not,
had
nigga?
he had chocolate named after him.
Who?
Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth was
Oh,
black,
yeah.
bro. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah.
I'm saying
He
they got a
did.
chocolate that name. That's a fact.
You better
He
stop
black.
playing with Babe Ruth, man.
Yo.
I never
we-
even seen him play. And I know and Babe Ruth.
Fuck it. If we dropping names, you might as well
Babe
say
Ruth-
Frank Sinatra.
Babe Ruth a mythical creature, my nigga.
It's a fact.
He a
Yo, you
mythical
heard?
creature.
He said
You
Sinatra.
heard?
What'd you say?
If we dropping names, you might as well say Frank Sinatra, nigga.
Nah. Frank Sinatra.
Oh,
Frank
hey,
Sinatra.
some niggas is untouchable, huh?
Frank Sinatra, energy in
That's right.
song is still going through our veins. You heard him still played in the NBA Finals. That song is New York. That's New York.
And what song you heard when we was walking to the train the other day, yesterday? Empire State of Mind.
Oh, that's the
Feel me?
Yankee song. I don't think the Knicks claiming that.
They should.
That's the Yankee song.
It's a New York song.
They should.
But yo,
They can't play that Ja Rule in the stadium. Not the unedited version.
yeah, nah, wait. Shout out Cardi B, yo, for performing. But yo, Knicks, y'all know the play style y'all need to go back to. Jalen Brunson could still be a 1A in the championship team. Yeah, you just got to let Karl Anthony Towns do his job. And his job is leading y'all to W's. Wembanyama, keep talking that shit and go back there and prove it. Game 4 is coming up tomorrow. It should be an exciting one. Because I'm going to tell you this much. I think that game decides it. I ain't going to hold you. That's how important this game here is. It's usually game 5 that's the most important in the series. But this game right here, y'all cannot let San Antonio go back into San Antonio with confidence. Y'all cannot do that. But we're going to see how it goes. I still got the Knicks winning this series 4-2. I got them 4-2 now. I had them 4-1. It might still be 4-1, but now I got them 4-2. But, like I said, Cat need to be heavily involved. And we just going. Y'all got any last words?
Shit, man.
No.
Like, comment, subscribe, love, peace, harmony.
Yo, y'all already
And
know,
nigga,
man. Walk with it.
I'm from New York.
What is that Rocky said? He said, Nick, nigga, I'm from New York. I am a Nick.
That shit was dumb
You
funny.
shitting me?
Facts.
But y'all already know, man. Welcome me to pod episode 58, man. Shout out to the New York Knicks. Shout out to the San Antonio Spurs, man. Shout out Walk With Me. Shout out Abe. Shout out Ty. Shout out everybody who supports us. Shout out to everybody who like, comment, subscribe. Shout out to everybody who watches the episode, man. Shout out to everybody who supports, talk, and everything. Shout out to everybody who ever laughed with us and everything. Y'all already know, man. Welcome me to pod. Walk with us or get left behind. Y'all already know, man.
Andy.
JD
And
for
on that
president.
note, my
Already know.
son's Zeus.
Light up the sky, no need for Visine. It's real irritant. Knowledge course are like an IV, but they never hating it. We call them citizens, pedestrians. The way we
Life, man.
uppercut,
Whoa,
we so
whoa,
motherfucking
homie.
militant. I get aggravated when the 9 don't do diligence. That's wherefore the way I arch the shot, any nemesis get airborne. We slide